Pleads guilty to
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Friday. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And yet another mild morning out.
Yeah, it's a little frosty, but we're warming up into the 40s and eventually 50s. And another thing, too, sunshine.
All day, right?
All day long. Let's enjoy the beautiful weather. Again, look at those current conditions across the area. A little frosty. You have to scrape some frost off your windshield this morning. Budget an extra minute or so for that. But again, we're going to quickly warm up into the 30s, 40s, and eventually 50s all throughout central New York as the morning and afternoon progresses. Dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. And again, heading out the door, grab those sunglasses too, because we're talking about plenty of sunshine. Looking to be a beautiful end of the work week. Now, this is only temporary. As we head into the weekend, things turn a little more unsettled. Starting out with clouds Saturday, turning over to rain. Then that rain turns over to eventual snow by Sunday night. We'll talk about the timing of it, who sees the most snow, and we'll talk about the whole weekend ahead, straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. President Biden delivering a fiery State of the Union.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. Friday is here, and we look at the conditions as you head to and from work today. Well, looking pretty quiet. Your drive time to work looking pretty average. Temperatures starting out chilly this morning, but aside from the frost, no impacts expected as you head to work today. Even a look at all these drive times from 5S Route 49, no accidents, road conditions are looking okay. But again, heading out this morning, you might have to deal with some frost on your windshield, so budget an extra minute or so to scrape that off. But again, sunshine expected by the morning, sunshine also expected by this afternoon. A beautiful end to the work week, but as I mentioned earlier, enjoy it now, because as we head into the weekend, things turn more rainy and eventually more snowy. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The city of Utica and Anita's Stephen Swan.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. Happy Friday, everyone. Today is going to be turning out to be a beautiful day with lots of sunshine and temperatures in the 50s. A live look at downtown Utica right now. We're under clear skies, and with the temperatures falling below freezing overnight, we're dealing with some patches of frost. Budget an extra minute or so to scrape that off your windshield this morning. Currently at 27 degrees. And the radar, of course, with clear skies, is looking entirely quiet. And those temperatures will climb into the 40s by 10 to noontime, into the 50s between 1 and 5 p.m. Warmest time of the day. Again, it's looking absolutely beautiful if you want to go out for a perhaps lunchtime walk or run, or after work walk or run as well. But again, enjoy it now, because as we head into the weekend, things turn more rainy, especially for Saturday. It starts out dry, then rain develops by the afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the 40s, so not nearly as warm as today, and then slightly more cool by Sunday as low pressure brings cooler air wrapping around from the Canadian side of our direction, and we could be seeing those snow showers start to form, especially in those higher elevations. But along with the weather this weekend, also a reminder to turn those clocks forward about an hour. Again, the new sunset time after 7 p.m. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Unfortunately, though, sunrise goes back about an hour, so we gain some and we lose some. But to our Skycast, again, sunshine this morning, sunshine this afternoon, and remaining sunny for this evening as temperatures climb into the mid-50s. Then tonight, clouds begin to increase, a cloudy start to your Saturday, but it's still dry initially. Then the rain begins to move in, and it remains pretty rainy throughout Saturday evening, Saturday night. But notice in the highest elevations up in the Adirondacks, it still remains as wet snow. Then by Sunday morning, more cold air begins to move in. Temperatures marginally around freezing right there. And so because of that, it's going to be a tricky forecast, elevation based, in terms of how much snow some locations do see. This is not going to be a major event, but remember, it is still early March. We are seeing atypical warm weather, so this is looking more like what we usually see to wrap up winter. But to give you an idea of snowfall potential, again, it's not a forecast, this is just a model output, one of the tools we do use. You can actually see what locations do see more of that snow. Again, it's elevation based, if you can follow the hilltops right there. But again, for today across central New York, beautiful weather, sunshine, highs in the 50s tonight. Increasing clouds, lows falling into the 30s. Your 7-day forecast. Sunshine for today, not so sunny for tomorrow, Sunday and Monday, but the dry weather does return by next weekend. It's warming up too, so any locations that do see snow this weekend will likely see it melt come Wednesday and Thursday of next week. But again, it's going to be beautiful today.
Wow, we can't wait for all that sunshine.
I know, I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah, get out and do something. Eric, thanks. Well, a ceasefire to halt the fighting.
News with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker too, meteorologist Eric Gage.
With word of plenty of sunshine for today, right?
Yes, that's right. After a pretty rainy week, we're going to be treated to lots of sun, and although it's chilly starting this morning, we're warming up into the 50s by this afternoon. But a look at those current conditions as you head out the door this morning. Temperatures in the 20s, which means you might have to scrape some frost off your windshield this morning, but besides that, that looks to be the only impact to your commute for both your morning and your evening. A live look at the radar, things are quiet with clear skies all across the area, and we're just starting to see some twilight behind us on some of our cameras. And heading out the door today, along with that ice scraper, grab those sunglasses too. You don't need that umbrella or rain jacket anymore, as we are looking at dry weather and plenty of sun. Temperatures climbing into the 50s. Enjoy the weather today because it's going to be not so sunny as we head into the weekend. We'll talk about that weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, President Biden.
Welcome back. Happy Friday. Time now for our Friday photo of the day. And this one is showcasing confused flowers who think it's spring already. And unfortunately, well, it's still winter and we still have conditions where we'll see frost. We're not out of the woods just yet with that, or even snow. And that's unfortunate for some of these plants that might get frost issues, especially with buds such as apples. Hopefully that won't be as bad as last year, but again, even though it's warm out, it's beautiful. It's not typical usually by early March standards, and we are tracking more March-like weather as we head into the weekend. But regarding those temperatures today, it starts below freezing, but we climb quickly into the 50s with lots of sunshine. It's looking beautiful. But again, we have a look at what to expect as we head into the weekend straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Well, did you know men outnumber women in STEM?
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Friday is here and the weekend is approaching, and we're looking at beautiful weather today, maybe not so beautiful weather over the weekend. A live look at Oneonta right now, completely clear skies, just a very faint cloud in the distance. Current temperature of 27 degrees, and enjoy the earlier sunrise this morning. We've got one more early sunrise tomorrow. Then when the clocks change, they go back to after 7 a.m. temporarily. So even though tomorrow we're looking at more clouds than sun to start the day, enjoy the early sunrise for this Friday. A live look at the radar right now. Quiet conditions all across central New York, and temperatures will continue to climb into the 40s eventually by 2-3 p.m. into the 50s. Dry weather still remains all across the area. And then regarding clouds, we got mid to upper level clouds mixing in, but looking at plentiful sunshine for the rest of the day. Not so plentiful sunshine by this weekend. Clouds to start Saturday with rain showers developing throughout the afternoon. Highs a little cooler in the 40s. And those cooler temperatures slowly continue to work in by Sunday as rain eventually turns over to some spotty snow showers. This snow will be wet, it will be clumpy, and it will be elevation based as those temperatures remain marginally around freezing. But again, spring forward. The clocks turn ahead an hour on Sunday. Even though the sunrise a little later, that sunset also a little earlier at a little later at 7:03 p.m. Looking to be a longer day and a longer evening. Skycast showing clear skies this morning. A beautiful day. Temperatures climbing into the 50s. By this evening and tonight, clouds will begin to arrive from the southwest, remaining mostly cloudy to start out your Saturday, but it still remains dry. But as you approach Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening, it's looking more a little bit on the rainy side, and that rain will linger all throughout the night into Sunday, and that's when cool air works in a little bit, and those temperatures fall right around freezing with some scattered rain and snow showers across the area. And this will be, again, elevation based. This is just a model output, not an official forecast, but you can see just how much snow we're expecting and where we are expecting it. Primarily the Adirondacks, the hilltops up there, as well as higher elevations north and south of the valley. But for today, enjoy the sun. Temperatures in the 50s tonight. Increasing clouds, lows in the 30s. 7-day forecast. Sunshine today, remaining unsettled for Saturday through Monday, but then we dry out Tuesday and Wednesday, warming up as well, entering a brief dry stretch once more. And as any snow we get over the weekend melts, looking at nicer weather by the end of next week.
Yeah, can't stop smiling about all that sunshine today. Look at it.
Oh yeah, beautiful weather today.
It's a big sun. Well, the Colgate University men's basketball team.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And behind us, you can see a little bit of that sunrise already starting, right?
Yeah, and it's sunrise and what will be a beautiful day today. It's chilly to start, but we're talking about 50s and, yes, more sun by this afternoon. Let's take a live look outside in the city of the hills, Oneonta right now, overlooking the city, south side in the far distance, and of course that beautiful twilight in the background. Enjoy the sunrise today, early this morning, because tomorrow it's looking more cloudy, and then eventually by Monday, the sunrise time will now be around 7:18 or so. Around the state, those temperatures still in the 20s. A chilly start. Budget an extra minute or so to scrape that frost off your windshield this morning. Besides that, we're dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. And throughout the day today, of course, grab that ice scraper, but also grab your pair of sunglasses as sunshine is expected all throughout the day today as things look mild and dry. As we head into the weekend, things are turning more unsettled with rain and snow developing. Rain initially on Saturday, then snow starting on Sunday. We're going to break all down what we're expecting throughout the weekend into the start of next week straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. President Biden delivered a fiery State of the Union address last.
Welcome back. We have a look at your commute cast as you head out the door this morning. First off, those drive times looking pretty okay. We've got dry conditions, lots of sunshine, so of course the only impact expected this morning with these chilly temperatures is to budget an extra minute or so to scrape the frost off that windshield. 5S and 49 looking normal. Drive speeds between 48 and 56 miles per hour in 5S, 60 miles per hour along Route 49. And again, heading to work today, a frosty start, a chilly one, but looking at lots of sunshine. In fact, looking out your window, you'll probably see a lot of it right now. And then as the evening progresses, it's going to warm up too, with highs in the 50s, with still lots of sunshine. But enjoy the sun now, because as we head into the weekend, we're looking at more rain and eventually more snow. Gary?
Eric, thank you. The city of Utica and Anita.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Sunrise just a few moments away, and so we'll keep our eye to our Oneonta camera. we'll enjoy recording the sunrise on News Channel 2 at sunrise for now, because by Monday's show, it'll be back to around 7:18, so delayed a little bit. We'll enjoy the twilight while we still have it. Currently 27 degrees, a beautiful shot right there in Oneonta right now, and a live look on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, a live radar. Entirely dry and quiet conditions all across the state. And throughout the day today, those temperatures will continue to climb from below freezing into the 30s, 40s, and eventual 50s between 1 and 5 p.m. today. A mild and sunny day. Enjoy the beautiful weather because things turn more unsettled by this coming weekend. A dry start on Saturday with rain showers developing by the afternoon. A little cooler with highs only in the mid-40s, and cooling down a little more on Sunday as the rain slowly turns over to wet snow, primarily in the higher elevations north and west of Utica. Again, with this weekend too, it is daylight saving coming to an end. New sunrise time will be 7:18, as mentioned earlier, and the new sunset, my favorite part, 7:03. It's going to be a late sunset. The days lasting a little longer into the evening. I'm a fan of that one. Our Skycast showing sunshine for today. Temperatures climbing into the 50s. Clouds are going to increase a little bit as we approach the evening and overnight hours. Mostly cloudy skies to start out your Saturday. Dry, however, but that will change as the afternoon continues on. That low pressure moves in, and we're talking about widespread rain. Highest elevations in the Adirondacks might see it initially as some wet snow or some sleet, but regardless, by Saturday night and early Sunday, the air begins to move in from the north compared to the south, and that's when that cooler air starts to work in. Marginally cool temperatures around freezing here in the valley. Notice these 33s and 32s. That makes it a very tricky forecast, and it's largely elevation based. So because of that, we're going to hold off on putting out an official snowfall forecast, but we'll give you an idea with one of our models we have in-house here on where the most of the snow sets up. And notice, of course, it is elevation based, and you can tell by all the bright pinks and reds in the high peaks area, but then in the Mohawk Valley, little to none, and then areas just south in those hilltops along Route 20, seeing a little bit more snow. So this is what we're expecting for Sunday and into Monday. And after that, things do dry out. But for today, though, sunshine, temperatures in the 50s. Tonight, lows in the 30s with increasing clouds. 7-day forecast, temperatures in the 50s for today, 40s for Saturday, 30s for Sunday, and warming up into the 50s by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And looking back at Oneonta, well, we're still a little early. Sunrise just a few moments away. And again, it's early now. It's going to be a little later by next week, but the sunset will be later too, and that's my favorite part.
Yeah, a lot of people looking forward to the days getting longer.
Yes.
Eric, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook.
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And get ready to get outside today with wall-to-wall sunshine, and that sunrise spectacular down in Oneonta.
Oh yeah, beautiful sunrise this morning. Enjoy the early sunrise today because it gets a little later after daylight saving. Temporarily though, we're back to earlier sunrise in a month or so. But let's look at the sunrise right now because it is just breathtaking. Look at Oneonta right here. Wow. Great shot right there. I'm glad we have a camera up here on Hartwick College overlooking the city down in Oneonta. And again, as Gary mentioned, wall-to-wall sunshine is the story for today. It's a chilly start. Temperatures in the 20s, but we warm up into the 30s, 40s, and eventually 50s for highs this afternoon. Radar is showing quiet conditions. And again, heading out the door this morning, grab that ice scraper. There will be some frost on your windshield. Budget an extra minute or so for that, but keep those sunglasses handy. We're talking about lots of sunshine for today. Also enjoy it for today because as we head into the weekend, things are turning a little bit more on the rainy and snowy side. Rain on Saturday, rain switching over to snow by Sunday. We're going to time it all out, talk about potential snow accumulations and when everything switches over coming up. Gary?
Eric, thanks. President Biden delivered his State of the Union address last.
Welcome back. Showcasing our weather photo of the day on this Friday. This one is of flowers. The first flowers taken by this viewer in Ilion. And you can see here some green around it as well. And this is very indicative of what's been a very mild winter. Unfortunately, though, we're still in March. We're still in winter technically, and winter weather is not over with just yet. We can't roll out any more snow or below freezing nights. So that is unfortunate for those flowers that bloom early and then eventually get frost as well. If you want to submit a photo like that, send it to wktv.com/weather/pics. Include the location as well as your name if you want credit. Temperatures today starting out below freezing. Scrape some frost off your windshield this morning. Budget an extra minute or so for that. But you can see here, highs climb into the 50s for this afternoon with lots and lots of sunshine. Beautiful weather to wrap up the work week, but enjoy it now because as we head into the weekend, things turn a little more cloudy, a little more rainy, and eventually a little more snowy. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Did you know men outnumber women in
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We figured we would keep our eyes to the sky, looking at this beautiful sunrise this morning taking place. A live look in Oneonta right now. We are seeing some low-level clouds underneath that sun, but again, a beautiful shot right there. Temperatures in the 20s, and that's a common temperature all across a lot of central New York with these clear skies we saw last night. And again, with below freezing temperatures, budget an extra minute or so to scrape that frost off your windshield this morning. Dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, and expect it to remain dry for the entire day today as those temperatures continue to climb into the 40s by around noontime, into the 50s between 1 and 5 p.m. But this is temporary. Heading into the weekend, things turn a little bit more on the wet side. Starting out with Saturday, a dry start. Rain showers arrive by the afternoon, a little cooler with highs only in the mid-40s. Then for Sunday, rain will slowly switch over to wet snow, primarily in the highest elevations, with highs in the upper 30s. And along with that, too, remember, spring forward heading into this weekend. Saturday night, Sunday morning, new sunrise time will be 7:18, so it'll be a little later, unfortunately. We'll be seeing all this sunshine here on News Channel 2 at sunrise, but the new sunset time at 7:03 p.m., having a lot more sunlight to do things after work throughout the work week. Skycast showing temperatures chilly this morning, warming up into the 50s with plenty of sunshine and a few high-level clouds mixing in. By tonight, clouds will continue to increase, lows in the 30s. A dry start Saturday, but you can see that rain from that low pressure continuing to push into our area, and the rain will remain pretty steady throughout the overnight hours and into early Sunday. But notice the south wind switches, and we'll get a more westerly to northwesterly wind. That'll drag in that cooler air from Canada, enough to bring those temperatures marginally around freezing. And this is one of those tricky forecasts where a difference of a degree or two makes all the difference in the amount of snowfall. You can see here the valleys still above freezing, locations north and south below freezing. It's not going to be a major event, but remember, it is still winter time. We've just been so used to warm temperatures, we haven't really seen systems like this. And so again, a look at potential snowfall. This is a model output, not an official forecast, because there's still a lot of uncertainty where everything sets up. You can still see here it's mainly elevation based. Pinks and reds in the high peaks, some light blue in the hilltops south of the valley. But for today, across central New York, highs in the 50s, plenty of sunshine tonight. Increasing clouds, lows in the 30s. 7-day forecast. Sunshine today. Again, it's turning more unsettled for a Saturday through Monday, but when we do see any snow over the weekend, it'll likely melt by the middle of next week as those high temperatures climb into the 50s by Tuesday.
Yeah, look at next week. Looks pretty nice again.
Oh, yeah. Seeing more sunshine.
Yep. Eric, thanks. The time right now is 6:49.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Lubitor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And it's a happy Friday for sun lovers, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Sunshine throughout the day today. It's warmer, too, with highs in the 50s. But for now, it's a chilly start. Let's take a look at what we're seeing across central New York early this morning. 27 in Rome, 25 Hamilton, 30 out in Syracuse. So pretty much besides Buffalo, the entire upstate New York area is below freezing. So budget an extra minute or so to scrape some frost off the windshield this morning. That is temporary, though, as we do warm up quickly into the 40s and 50s. And radar looking quiet. Grab those sunglasses today because we're looking at lots and lots of sunshine. A great end to what's been a very rainy work week. But it's temporary. More rain and snow is on the way as we head into the weekend. Rain on Saturday, switching over to rain and snow Sunday, and that will linger into parts of Monday. We're going to talk about the timing of it, potential accumulations, and where everything all starts to unfold straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. President Biden delivered a fire.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are tracking lots of sunshine today. Temperatures starting out chilly, below freezing, quickly warming into the 50s. Live look at downtown Utica right now. Gorgeous blue skies, currently 27 degrees officially, and we will continue to warm up as the morning progresses. On the radar, things are quiet with no rain or snow expected for today, and those temperatures again climb very quickly from the 30s into the 40s and eventually the low to mid 50s here in the valley by this afternoon. But this is only temporary. As we head into the weekend, things are turning a little bit more on the rainy and snowy side. Starting out Saturday, a dry start, temperatures warming up into the 40s. Rain develops in the afternoon. That rain lingers overnight and then slowly switches over to snow showers in higher elevations by early Sunday, with temperatures marginally around freezing. It'll be a tricky forecast. This snow on Sunday and Monday will be elevation based entirely. But another thing on Sunday is setting those clocks forward an hour. New sunrise time will be 7:18, but an hour or so later than this morning, which means a later and darker start to your day. But new sunset time even later as well. 7:03, looking forward to a much longer evening with a lot more daylight. Skycast showing sunshine and lots of it for today. A few passing high-level clouds, but looking entirely quiet. Tonight, lows falling down into the 30s with increasing clouds. A cloudy but dry start to your day Saturday. That will change as the afternoon continues on, and we're talking about widespread rain arriving by the evening, lingering overnight. And then that rain will slowly switch over to snow as that wind shifts from the south into a more northwesterly wind direction. You can see those temperatures marginally around 32 degrees. So because of that, valley locations might miss out on a lot of snow entirely, but you head up to the hilltops, especially in the High Peaks region in Hamilton County, we could be seeing a decent amount of snow. And how much snow are we talking about? Well, this is a model output, not an official forecast, but it just gives you an idea of where everything will set up with the snow totals. And you notice lots of reds and pink in Hamilton County, not so much everywhere else with the lowest elevations. Notice barely anything in the valley, light blue in the hilltops just south of Utica. And so for today, temperatures in the 50s, lots of sunshine. Tonight, lows falling into the 30s with increasing clouds. Your 7-day forecast. We're talking about unsettled wet weather for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Sunshine arrives once more by Tuesday, warming up into the 50s yet again by next week.
The news with Steve McMurray and meteorologist Eric Gage.
And good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Gary is off this noon. I'm Steve McMurray.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Gage.
Gorgeous day, wall-to-wall sunshine for now, but a little bit of a change in store as we head into the weekend. What do you got for us?
Yeah, that's right. Beautiful day, sunshine, temperatures 50s, but a different story in the weekend. We're talking about rain and potentially some snow showers. But First, though, let's take a look all across New York State. We're seeing, as he mentioned, wall-to-wall sunshine from Morrisville all the way to Oppenheim to Coldbrook, all the way down to parts in Lawrence. And those temperatures feeling very pleasant in the 50s, near 60 out in Buffalo. So not quite near to the 60-degree mark just yet, but again, we'll take 50s of sunshine any day of the week. Radar is quiet on the Air for Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, and over the next 12 hours, our temperatures continue to remain in the low to mid 50s before cooling down into the 40s tonight with increasing clouds. Following this, we're looking at a dry start Saturday with rain beginning to develop. That will eventually switch over to snow by Sunday. We're going to put a timeline on everything, talk about the latest potential snowfall numbers, and go through everything for the weekend straight ahead. Steve?
All right, Eric, thanks. We'll check in with you shortly.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Welcome back, everyone. It's turning out to be a fantastic day with lots of sunshine and temperatures already in the 50s. Here's a live look at downtown Utica right now. We're seeing, again, gorgeous blue skies. Officially 49, just under 50 in Utica, but other locations in the valley have already surpassed that. A live look at the radar. Of course, things are quiet for now. Enjoy the sunshine while it lasts. That's our saying for today, because as we head into the weekend, things are turning more on the unsettled side. Again, rain showers begin tomorrow in the afternoon after a dry start, cooling down a little bit, and then even more by Sunday with rain switching over to, in some spots, snow showers. Now, we're going to put a timeline on this because this is going to be happening over a span of 2 or 3 days, which there could be some locations, especially on hilltops, seeing a good amount of snow, but this is a largely elevation-based system. So first off, a dry start Saturday, widespread rain begins in the late afternoon. Wet snow will begin in the high peaks region in the Adirondacks in the highest elevations first. Then temperatures will slowly cool into the 30s overnight Saturday night. Still rain in the lowest elevations, but still wet snow on the hilltops. Then by Sunday, cooler air mixes in. Rain switches over to all snow throughout the day, and there's potential for blowing snow, maybe a snow squall heading into Sunday evening and Sunday night. Now, this forecast is complicated because we've got 2 areas of low pressure, a western system that normally brings rain, but it's going to transfer energy to a coastal low, which will be much stronger as we head into Saturday night and Sunday. This will wrap around some moisture, producing additional snow showers lingering into parts of Sunday and Sunday night. So, on our Skycast for today, plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the 50s. Then by tonight, those clouds begin to increase. By tomorrow, a dry start, mostly cloudy skies. Rain will begin to develop throughout the afternoon and into the evening. But you can notice here, snow will begin to fall, sleety, wet snow in the high peaks area, potentially in the highest elevations in the hilltops just south of the valley. But again, these temperatures are hovering right around 32 degrees, which makes that forecast a little bit tricky. The rain will gradually switch over to snow overnight, and then you can see here, early Sunday morning, a very small sliver of warm air in the Mohawk Valley, while the rest of the locations are seeing snow and will linger as snow showers throughout the day, potential for a snow squall or two heading into Sunday evening and Sunday night. But regarding snowfall, we're most likely going to put out an official snowfall forecast, initial one, by tonight. But just to give you an idea of how elevation-based this is a forecast until early Monday morning, in fact, overnight Sunday to Monday morning. And you can see here, lots of reds and pinks in the hilltops in the Adirondack high peak region, but a sharp cutoff as you head into the valley where almost none is expected in the lowest elevations. And a fluctuation of a degree or two could change this forecast entirely, but that's just to give you an idea of just how drastic the changes will be with snowfall for this system heading into Sunday and into Monday. But again, for today, enjoy the sun, enjoy the quiet weather. It's beautiful out. Tonight, increasing clouds, lows falling into the 30s. 7-day forecast. After unsettled weather over the weekend, things are shaping up to be rather quiet by next week. We're talking about 40s, potentially 50s by Wednesday, maybe some rain on Thursday, Steve, but overall it's looking to be a pleasant day today. Not so pleasant weekend, but we're back to nicer weather by Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, and you know, we're in March, so we're not out of the woods as far as winter's concerned. So, I mean, it's a great day today, but always, you know, got to be a little cautious. And you had the, on the graphic there, the 7-day to move your clocks ahead on Sunday, early Sunday morning, Saturday night into Sunday morning, and also a good time to check your smoke detectors and CO detectors and whatnot. So, a lot going on, though. Beautiful day today. Get out and enjoy it. I know you're excited because you're off in about 45 minutes, and you will be
enjoying the nice weather.
All right, I see how you are. All right, thanks, Eric. But coming up with a contract with you now for a quick look at weather, but we were also talking, we're just 1 month away from the big day, the eclipse.
Yeah, that's right. 1 month away, and this is I would say, generational event because we don't see too often a total solar eclipse in central New York. And so again, 1 month away. Let's hope the clouds stay away. We get some sunshine like we're seeing today. As a matter of fact, look at what's going on this afternoon. A look across central New York. Those temperatures in the 50s and blue skies across the board from Camden to Westmoreland all the way to Springfield, Oppenheim, up even to Whiteface in the Adirondacks right now. And those temperatures still in the 50s, some locations nearing 50, around 49 degrees officially in Rome in Utica within the past half hour. But radar is looking quiet and dry, and enjoy the sunshine today because clouds will begin to increase around sunset. Mostly cloudy start to your Saturday, and then following that, rain will begin to develop by Saturday afternoon. That rain then will eventually switch over to rain and snow showers. We're talking about the unsettled weather, where the snow sets up, how much snow we're talking about in that full forecast straight ahead. Steve?
All right, Eric, thanks. The city of Utica and Anita.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Welcome back, everyone. We are looking at wall-to-wall sunshine across the area today. In fact, a live-looking Old Forge right now. It's currently 51 degrees. And let's hope a month from now we see these exact same skies for when the eclipse makes its way directly over Old Forge right there. And as you can still see, too, as well, a few people enjoying the beautiful weather, going out for a nice stroll along Main Street. Live look at the radar. Quiet conditions, gorgeous blue skies today. Enjoy it. Enjoy all the nice weather because for the next few days, we're heading into a bit of a rainy and snowy situation. Starting out on Saturday, dry with rain showers developing by the afternoon. Temperatures a little cooler compared to today in the 40s. And then for Sunday, colder air continues to move in and we're seeing rain gradually switch over to snow showers in the lowest elevations. And with the complex system we're seeing over the next few days, we're breaking it down day, or at least time by time, Saturday night, and into Sunday. This is a multi-day event, but first, again, a dry start. Widespread rain arrives late Saturday afternoon. Wet snow will begin in the High Peaks area in higher elevations first. Then, Saturday night, the temperatures will slowly cool into the 30s. Still rain, though, in the lowest elevations. But then, wet snow in the hilltops will begin to spread into lower elevations as that cooler air will continue to work in on Sunday and eventually switching over to all snow throughout the day. And there's potential for blowing snow possible Sunday evening and Sunday night, especially south and west of Utica. And it's because we've got a complicated setup here. We've got a low pressure system from the west that usually brings rain with it, but this is going to transfer its energy to a coastal low, and usually coastal lows are stronger, and that will be the case as the low pressure to the west fades away. This coastal low strengthens more, and that'll bring in more moisture and bring in stronger winds to the north, cooling things down fairly quickly. So on our Skycast, we're still looking at quiet weather today, quiet weather tonight. Increasing clouds overnight, and then a mostly cloudy start to your day Saturday, but still dry. Then that rain begins to arrive. switching over to wet, sleety snow in the highest elevations before switching over to entirely snow by Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon. So to give you an idea of the potential for snowfall with this system right here, you can still see that it's generally the highest elevations, hilltops in the Adirondack region, the high peaks, and some locations in the hilltops south. But for today, though, let's just enjoy the quiet weather. The sunshine, temperatures in the 50s tonight. Increasing clouds, lows falling into the 30s, and your 7-day forecast. After a few days of unsettled weather, things dry out and warm up by Tuesday and Wednesday. And as you mentioned earlier, again, it's a great time for.
This is a weekly test of the Emergency Alert System. This station is testing equipment that can quickly warn you in the event of an emergency. This concludes this test of the Emergency Alert System.
It was snowy. It was snowy.
We've had a snowstorm there before, and then we've had 65 degrees, so we're ready either way. Thanks a lot, Eric. California officials have confirmed reports.
Utica Bill, a first look at your forecast tonight at 5. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Beautiful weather, but it's going to change.
Yeah, our luck is going to run out. We've had a good run, Ben. It's been a great run for spring.
It has.
It looks like we're going to be getting some snow here over the weekend. Pretty high confidence in that. Let's take a look at the winter storm watches that have been posted by the National Weather Service. This includes northern Oneida, northern Herkimer County, Hamilton, Fulton County, Madison County. The takeaway here is that this is, we're expecting some heavier accumulation in higher terrain, but I think just about all of us will see some snow as we head throughout the weekend. It's dry out there this evening. Things look pretty quiet. Temperature-wise, again, it's been a beautiful day, 54 degrees. We have low humidity and an east-southeast breeze. Again, should be a pretty nice evening to get out if you haven't had a chance to enjoy today. It stays dry through early Saturday. Rain arrives Saturday afternoon, and then it turns over to snow. That snow will be with us as we head throughout Sunday. And again, we're expecting some accumulation along with wind. Quiet conditions out there tonight. We're tracking how much snow is expected to fall throughout the weekend. And look at the forecast coming up. Ben, back to you.
Bill, thank you very much. Colonial 2 Apartments.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Lovely day today. Things are going to change in a very big way heading into the weekend. We are tracking rain on Saturday. Rain is expected to turn over to snow Saturday night and Sunday and produce accumulation. Let's take a look at the timeline. It's dry tonight. It's a dry start to Saturday. Saturday afternoon and evening, we're expecting widespread rain. That rain turns over to snow beginning in the hilltops as we head into Saturday evening. It's generally snow Saturday night in the higher elevations and generally rain in the lower elevations. By Sunday, this switches over to all snow, and there could be some blowing and drifting of that snow as we get into Sunday afternoon as the winds are expected to pick up. So traveling issues look to be very early Sunday morning as well as Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening, especially along higher elevations. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Looking nice and quiet. Again, a beautiful early spring day, even though it's still winter. It definitely feels like spring out there. Temperatures in the 50s, plenty of sunshine. It's going to be windy over the next couple of days. We have had a breeze today, but the winds will be picking up Saturday. Windy on Sunday and Monday. In fact, on Monday, we could get into the damaging category where wind gusts could get up to about 45 miles an hour. Then the winds will become calm on Tuesday. Quick reminder, we spring forward as we head into Saturday night. We'll lose that hour of sleep, but we'll also see a brighter evening beginning on Sunday. So we look at the radar and satellite image. Again, dry conditions for now. You can see the next weather maker approaching from the west. This area of low pressure will be moving right across central New York, and it's going to produce sufficiently cold enough air where this is expected to turn over to snow along higher terrain. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Increasing clouds overnight, lows drop down into the low 30s. Saturday, a cloudy, breezy, chilly day. Temperatures climb into the low to mid 40s. The rain is expected to break out heading into Saturday afternoon. Rain at 5 p.m., but look at the temperatures. We're in the right around freezing here heading into Saturday night. Again, it's mainly rain in the lower elevations, snow in the higher spots, and then switching over to snow on Sunday. Scattered snow showers expected Sunday as well as Sunday night and Monday. Okay, this map is a little complicated, but the idea here is that the higher elevations get a lot more snow than the lower elevations. 3 to 7 inches of snow in the higher terrain north and south of the Mohawk Valley. The highest terrain, the Tug Hill, the Adirondacks, could get 7 to 12 inches or more of snowfall. 1 to 3 inches of snow for the lower elevations, including the southern half of our area, the southern valleys, just being away from the center of low pressure. This is total. This is for Saturday night, for Sunday, and for Sunday night. So a total map here. It's not all going to be on the ground Sunday morning. This is going to continue until Sunday night and what we can expect by Monday. Increasing clouds tonight, low of 33. Tomorrow, rain developing, a chilly day, highs in the low 40s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, we're tracking windy conditions Monday, but the weather turns warm, and whatever snow falls will be melting quickly as we head into the middle of next week.
You know, we always talk about this. It's not over till Mother Nature says it's over.
There's always that March surprise.
Yeah, and thus in this case. And our next story, we're going to be talking about how warm was it this winter compared to normal?
Right.
How warm? Like, it's just unbelievable. It feels like it didn't go below freezing at all.
Consistent. This winter, consistently warm, especially the overnight lows. That was the big one.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Bill. Well, as I said, this winter was the warmest on record for the U.S. According to NOAA, records date back to the late 1800s. In fact, winter has become the fastest warming season for nearly 75% of the country. December was a full 7 degrees above average. Aside from a brutal cold spell in January, higher temperatures continued throughout the season. February finished as the third warmest on record. Coming up next on the Live at 5 News, we'll look at your forecast this half hour. Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
So we're talking about elevation snowfall and why weather conditions can vary so much when temperatures are right around freezing. Temperatures typically cool off as we go higher into the atmosphere. And a setup like this weekend, the temperatures in the Mohawk Valley are expected to be around 34 to 35 degrees as rain begins to arrive. But the higher elevations will be a couple of degrees colder. So 1,500 feet, 32 degrees, 3,000 feet, 30. And that makes the difference between snow in the higher elevations and rain in the lower elevations. The challenge behind all of this is getting these numbers exactly correct. If we're off by a degree or two, it makes a huge difference in terms of how much rain falls compared to how much snow falls. Right now, we're banking on mostly rain Saturday during the day, rain Saturday night in the lower elevations, but then all of this turns over to snow on Sunday. So I think just about everybody will see some snow accumulation over the weekend. But the higher spots will get a lot more. At least that's the forecast. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet. If you're taking the dog out for a walk this evening, it's a good one to get out. Tonight's featured dog, Biscuit, from Deansboro. This is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. We're taking a look at the snowfall forecast for the weekend coming up. Ben, back to you.
Bill, thank you very much. Assemblywoman Marianne Butler.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
We're tracking rain and snow as we head into the weekend. Rain develops on Saturday. Temperatures will be in the low 40s. Rain turns to snow Saturday night, and we're looking at snow on Sunday as we look at the weekend forecast here. Temperatures will get colder on Sunday with a high of 39 with some snow accumulation. By the way, Sunday is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. We've got winter storm watches in effect for higher elevations north of the Mohawk Valley. Again, most of this snow is expected to fall Saturday night as well as Sunday. If you're heading out this evening, the weather looks quiet. It's turned out to be a very spring-like day. Temperatures in the 50s, sunshine. What a nice day. Live look in downtown Utica. Looking at quiet conditions. Winds pick up as we head into the weekend as our next area of low pressure arrives. It stays windy Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Wind gusts on Monday could exceed 40 miles an hour. So that could be enough to create a few scattered power outages, especially with a wet snowfall expected. The winds become calm again on Tuesday. Skywatchers checking in. Temperatures in the 50s for the most part. Clinton 52. Cassville 51, Barneveld 50 degrees, Norway 49, Fairfield 46, Mohawk 53. Milford 47, Paints Hollow with 50 degrees. The next area of low pressure already on the map to the west. It's an all rainmaker for now, but as it moves east, it's going to create its own cold air. It's going to generate something that's called evaporational cooling, where temperatures higher in the atmosphere get translated down to the surface as long as it rains hard enough, which we're expecting that to be the case Saturday night. As we look at our Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight, increasing clouds, overnight lows drop down into the mid-30s. A chilly Saturday. Rain is expected to develop in the afternoon and evening. It starts out as rain across the whole area. It turns over to snow in the higher elevations Saturday night. And then it turns over to snow by Saturday morning across the entire area. So by Sunday morning, all areas are expected to see snow showers and windy conditions. Scattered snow showers throughout Sunday as well as Sunday night. The snow comes to an end early Monday. This map is pretty complicated, and one of the reasons why has to do with the terrain. Lower elevations are expected to get less snowfall. There's also some lake enhancement involved here. The general idea is 1 to 3 inches in the Mohawk Valley. So it's basically parts of the Mohawk Valley west of Utica along the Thruway corridor, 1 to 3 inches, as well as the southern valleys, Norwich, Oneonta. The higher terrain, 3 to 7 inches of snow with some higher amounts possible in the Adirondacks. This map also takes us through the entire weekend. So Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Sunday night through early Monday. What accumulations look like throughout the entire weekend. Tonight, increasing clouds, a low of 33. Tomorrow, rain developing, temperatures in the low 40s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Windy on Monday, snow showers 35. The weather warms up with any snow that does fall melting. As we head into Wednesday and Thursday, temperatures will be in the mid-50s. Rain returns later next week. We'll be right back.
Look at your forecast this hour. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Tracking some snow this weekend. Most of this falls Sunday. We have a winter storm watch in effect for the higher terrain north of the Mohawk Valley, northern Oneida, northern Herkimer, Hamilton, northern Fulton, Lewis County, as well as Madison County. Tracking, again, some rain Saturday, turning over to snow on Sunday. And again, many areas will pick up some accumulation. Beautiful day today. Hard to think about snow. But again, this is just a reminder that we are in March. Temperatures made it into the 50s today. We're sitting at 49 degrees, clear skies. Increasing clouds tonight. We're dry. Tonight, we're dry early Saturday. So if you're running any last-minute errands, the weather should be okay. Rain arrives Saturday, and it's going to be raining for most of Saturday. It's not until Saturday night that this switches over to snow with some accumulation here as we head into Sunday as well as Sunday night. Tonight, increasing clouds. Temperatures will fall through the 40s. Again, we're tracking the snowfall amounts we can expect throughout the whole weekend, and that's coming up. Ben, back to you.
Bill, thank you very much. Brand new.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Spring had quite the run lately. Temperatures in the 50s this afternoon. It does look like our luck will be coming to an end. A return to snow is expected as we head into the weekend. It starts out as rain on Saturday. Let me show you the timeline here. Early Saturday, we're dry. Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening, widespread rain arrives. We're not expecting any big traveling issues Saturday during the day or during the evening. The rain turns to snow in the highest elevations beginning Saturday night. And by Sunday morning, all of this turns over to snow. We're dealing with on and off snow showers throughout Sunday, windy conditions with additional snow Sunday night. So this is going to be a relatively long duration weather event with a combination of a lot of different things. Again, rain, snow, wind, colder weather, especially by Sunday and Monday. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet. Live look in downtown Utica. Again, a nice day today. The winds will be picking up as we head throughout the weekend. It'll be a windy stretch. On Monday, winds could gust as high as 40 to 45 miles an hour. And that looks to be the windiest day of the next 7. Sky watchers, 52 degrees in Clinton, 49 in Norway, 50 degrees in Inlet. Across the southern valleys, Mark in Milford checks in with 47. The next area of low pressure arrives from the west. For now, it's producing rain. By the time it slides east, it's going to generate cold air, and it's going to produce some snow, especially in the higher terrain. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, increasing clouds tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the 30s. Saturday starts out dry. Rain is expected to develop in the afternoon time, the late afternoon. By the evening time, rain across all of central New York. Temperatures will be in the mid-30s, so a cold rain at that. Rain turns over to snow in the higher terrain Saturday night, and then over to all snow by Sunday morning. This is 8 a.m. Widespread snow is expected throughout Sunday, as well as Sunday night with windy conditions. This is total snow expected throughout the entire weekend, so most of this again falls on Sunday. A general 1 to 3 inches of accumulation in the lower elevations, as well as the southern half of our area, Norwich, Oneonta, 1 to 3 inches of accumulation. 3 to 7 inches expected along the higher terrain, as well as east of Utica. And the higher hilltops could see as much as 7 to 12 inches of snowfall. Again, this is for Saturday night, Sunday, as well as Sunday night. Again, you can check this map out. I know this is pretty complicated, a lot of different colors and numbers here. You can always find this on our website as well as social media. Increasing clouds tonight, low of 33. Tomorrow, rain developing, 43 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, rain turns over to snow on Sunday. Snow showers Monday, windy, 35. The weather goes back to spring, 45 on Tuesday, 53 on Wednesday. Sunshine, rain showers return Thursday and Friday. We'll be right back.
The news with Jason Palace.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're going to get to those stories in a moment, but first, Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis joins me. Yes, we have some weather issues to attack over the weekend, and winter's not just quite done yet.
No, it's not. I hope you didn't jump the gun and put the snowblower away, take off the snow tires.
Not at all.
You and I know better.
Yep, that's for sure.
Sometimes, you get these nice stretches of weather.
Yeah, it happens.
You let your guard down. Just a reminder, hold off on all of that. We do have our next weather maker likely to bring some snow, especially in the higher elevations. This starts out tomorrow as rain, and it's a cold rain. The higher elevations are expected to see snow as we head into the day tomorrow. Let's talk about elevation snow, because this is what we're going to be experiencing tomorrow, where higher hilltops are just a few degrees colder, and that makes the difference, where we have snow and say elevations over 1,500 feet. And then on the valley floor, temperatures just a few degrees warmer, and it's rain. And that's going to be the setup as we head into tomorrow night. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet across the region. Our current temperature is 44 degrees, clear skies. Clouds will be thickening up as we head into tonight. We're looking at overnight lows in the low 30s with increasing clouds. We are tracking, again, that rain-snow mix for tomorrow, changing over to snow. I've got to look at the latest snowfall forecast coming out. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, a scary situation.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're expecting some unsettled weather as we head into the weekend. Let me give you a look at the timeline here. Saturday, we start out dry. In the afternoon and evening, widespread steady cold rain is expected to arrive. And so most of Saturday looks wet. The higher elevations will see a changeover to snow as we head into Saturday evening. Saturday night, temperatures slowly cool into the 30s. It's still raining in the lower elevations, but the hilltops are seeing snow. And then by Sunday, especially in the morning, everybody goes over to snow. And we're going to be tracking some on and off snow showers throughout the day. The winds kick up, and there could be some blowing and drifting of that snow. The winds will continue to pick up through the evening. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's looking dry and quiet across the region. It's a live look in downtown Utica. The winds are going to pick up as the next area of low pressure moves in. It will stay windy over the next 3 days. The winds look strongest on Monday, where we could see peak wind gusts over 40 miles an hour. The winds become much later as we head into Tuesday. Looking at the radar and satellite image, this is an area of low pressure that we're tracking. This big area of rain will head to the east, and it will move right across central New York. It runs into some slightly colder weather, but this weather system is going to generate its own cold weather through something called evaporational cooling, where rain continues to fall through the atmosphere and it cools the column. It's going to fall heavy enough where just a couple of degrees difference will make the difference between rain and snow as we head into Saturday night. Storm Tracker 2 is Skycast. Increasing clouds tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-30s. We'll start out Saturday dry. The weather changes as we head into the afternoon. As rain arrives, it turns unsettled. A steady cold rain is expected by 5 p.m. across all of central New York. Temperatures will continue to cool off, but very slowly Saturday night. Will fall down into the low 30s by Sunday morning, and that transition from rain to snow will take place by Sunday morning. Scattered snow showers. There will be some bursts of snow later in the day with additional snow heading into Sunday night. As far as total snow, this takes us through the entirety of the weekend. So Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, Saturday night, all the way through Sunday night. Thinking a general 1 to 3 inches for the lower elevations, 3 to 7 inches along the hilltops, 7 to 12 inches, even a foot or more of snow is expected to fall as we head into the Adirondacks. And again, this takes place throughout the entire weekend. The snow expected by Monday morning. Increasing clouds tonight, low of 33. Tomorrow, rain developing, a high of 43. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, with the snow in the forecast, we've made Saturday night into early Sunday that alert day. Alert night, if you will. Windy on Monday, 35. The weather warms up. Sunshine is expected as we head into Tuesday, Wednesday. Temperatures climbing to the 50s. So whatever does fall will be melting pretty quickly.
Because that accumulation is not going to stick around long.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Bill. Coming up next, more humanitarian aid drops.